when we find the area of parallelograms, remember parallelograms are just rectangles that are shifted. We cannot take these sides of parallelograms to find the area. We have to take the part that makes the T or the L or the plus sign the right angle. So we're taking those two numbers and multiplying them together just like it were a rectangle. So we have 5 times 6 is 30, 3 times 6 is 24, and 8 times 3 is 24. So the two parallelograms with the same area are B and A. Finding the area of triangles is one of the most challenging things because kids always forget to divide by 2. Remember that you have something that's half the size of a rectangle. I could draw the rest of my rectangle like this. Because it's half the size of a rectangle, when you take the base times the height, remember this is your base, this is your height, you need to remember to take it in half, which is the same thing as saying dividing it by 2. One thing that you can do instead, which is why we sometimes write the formula 1/2 base times height, is because we can take half of one of these. So I can say I'm going to take half of 4 is 2. Now I've already halved it, so I have 9 times 2. The area of this is 18. If I don't want to half it at the beginning, I could have taken 9 times 4, which is 36, and then taken that 36 and divided it by 2, and I still would have gotten 18. As long as you only divide it in half one time, but you have to do it one time, either way your answer will be the same. So that's 18. For the second one, I'm going to divide this 8 in half, and I have 4. So I have 4 times 5 is 20. I'm going to take the 6, divide that in half, which is 3. Remember, when you divide something in half, you're dividing it by 2. And I get 18. So for number 2, E and G are the same area. For number 3, all it's asking you to do is exactly what I already did for the first one. There's a triangle. What it's asking you to do is to draw in so that you're finishing the rectangle. We already answered number 4. The area of the rectangle is twice the area of the triangle because we half the triangle. On the remembering side, these are those terrible problems we had such a hard time with last unit where we're making algebraic chains. It tells us that there are 36 buttons in a jar. We know that there are 3 times as many red as there are white, which means there are more red. They give you this nice hint here where they say W is the number of white buttons. 3W is the number of red buttons because there are 3 times as many. So if I take white and add red, I'm going to get my total. Well, we just said that white is W, red is 3W, and my total is 36. 1W plus 3 more W's is 4 W's equals 36. So W equals 9 because 4 times 9 is 36, or you could say 36 divided by 4 is 9. So we know that W stands for white. We know that there are 9 white buttons. To figure out how many red buttons there are, we're going to have to multiply it by 3 because it tells us 3W, 3 times as many, and that gets us 27. When we add 9 and 27 together, we get 36, so we know that our answer is correct. There are 40 yellow and blue marbles in a bag. There are 4 times as many blue marbles as yellow marbles. 4 times as many blue. So we're going to say that we have yellow plus blue equals our total. So we have yellow, and blue is going to be 4 times yellow. So we have 4 times yellow. Remember, 4y is the same thing as saying 4 times something, or in this case, y. And our total is 40. So we're going to add, we have 1y and then we have 4y's for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5y equals 40. How many 5s are there in 40? You could do your count bys of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 and count that way. 40 divided by 5. What do you multiply by 5 to get 40? Either way, you're going to get 8. There are 8 yellow marbles. If there are 4 times as many blue marbles, we need to take this 8 and multiply it by 4 to get blue. And 8 multiplied by 4 is 32. So there are 32 blue marbles. We can check our answer. 8 plus 32 does get us to 40. Let's try another one. A board game comes with 9 white and green number cubes. There are twice as many white as green. So that means we have green plus white equals our total. We have more white because there are twice as many white as green. So we're going to use G as our variable plus 2G because we're taking 2 times the number of green cubes. It says twice as many green. And that gives us our total of 9. 1G plus 2G's is a total of 3G equals 9. 3, 6, 9, G equals 3. So G is green. There are 3 green cubes. There are twice as many white. Twice as many means we multiply by 2, and that gives us 6 white cubes. And I'm going to get rid of that so it's not confusing. Finally, there are 30 bows in a bag. There are 5 times as many small bows as there are large bows. How many large bows are there? How many small bows? So there's 5 times as many small as large, which means there's more small. We're going to use a cursive L for large, plus we have our small, equals our total. So we have large plus the small is 5 times as many. So we're going to take 5L, because there's 5 times as many as there are large, equals a total of 30. 1L plus 5L is 6L equals 30. What times 6 equals 30? We know that's 5. So there are 5 large bows. We have to take that 5 and multiply it by 5 to get how many small bows there are, which means there are 25 small bows. I'm leaving the very last, I guess it's 2 technically for you with the pens, just because I want to see how well you can do when you think this through. It looks exactly the same as the 4 that we did together. Good luck.